What's wrong? Hi everyone and welcome back. So I try to, have cuddles with the cat, but he doesn't seem very happy. No, you don't want to be tucked in a blanket? He's notoriously a complainer, so he's just gonna have to go. Okay, bye-bye. So this is a semi-special video, I suppose. I think we all need to spread some love and comfort right now. So I've done the first step of my list that I've got prepared for us today, which is ways to find some peace in a world that's so turbulent right now. So yes, first step is blanket fort, and I am so comfortable right now, kinda. Give me a second, the camera angle is annoying me. Okay, so with that fixed, yes, this is my blanket fort that I kind of just threw together very quickly. It's not a proper fort where you'd have a blanket over you, but I could always just do this, and this is just as comfortable. I think with my room being as cozy as it is already, I don't think that I necessarily need to make a full fort, but if I really wanted to, I could take out everything from underneath the desk and make it a proper fort. So if we all go crazy in the next month, I know that that's an option. But yes, I have a little list prepared for today. So yes, excuse the terrible lighting, but I just thought in the effort of being cozy, bad lighting was the way to go. So that's something that I also recommend. Dim lighting or at fairy lights, I find them to be very calming. Another thing, candle, which I've got burning. Another thing on my list was to cuddle with a pet, but mine is a bit of an arsehole, so that one I can't do right now. Yes, but the current state of the world is something that stresses me out a little bit. I'm currently, feeling the uni stress, so there's that. And then on majority of all of the social media right now, you've got oversharing and people going on and on and on about this stupid virus. So that's obviously not gonna help. So yes, I am one of the many that probably just needs to chill out just a little bit right now. I haven't freaked out too much. I'm not scared. I'm not scared about this stupid virus, but I am in a higher risk group. I am one of the immunocompromised, so that's definitely a worry. I've got a family member who also is immunocompromised, so it's definitely a worry. I'm not scared, I'm just, to an extent, it's anxious, more or less because the rest of the world is. It's hard to escape, so that's another thing that's on my list. Try and stay away from social media as much as possible. For me, because I've been studying a lot, I've been using Twitter as a mind break, but that's where a majority of everyone going on about it is happening. Like, yes, it's happening on Facebook, but I mustn't be following enough. I don't know, Twitter's just a lot worse. So yes, as that's as much as possible, avoid social media. Next, cup of tea. It can be any hot beverage, really. I find majority of hot beverages do wonders for nerves. Besides coffee adds to the anxiousness problem, so let's avoid that. So I've got tea. Another really good thing about drinking tea, it is a way to help keep up fluids. So if anyone is feeling a little under the weather, whether that be because of stress or because it is the changing of seasons as well, and I feel like that's actually made this a lot worse than what it probably actually is. And if anyone is feeling symptoms of, as I've seen someone referred to, the Voldemort of illnesses, yes, tea is a good way to help keep up your fluids. I've also got here with me, besides Bulbasaur, probably my favorite Pokemon. Another thing, playing games for nostalgic reasons. I find that calming too. And with Animal Crossing coming out soon, I feel like that's going to interest a lot of you. What I was saying is I've got snacks here with me. These are originally study snacks. These are dark chocolate covered blueberries, which are actually the best. I think having comfort food is necessary in a time like these. I've got bed socks on. So yes, dress comfy. That's also a must, I feel, because if you're not feeling comfortable, everything is just gonna make it worse. So that is another must do, weather appropriate though, because I'm sure there are places right now that's still kinda hot. Melbourne's just got whacked out weather where we didn't really have a summer, we just had fire. And that's not even an exaggeration. So we didn't have a summer, and now it's grey and overcast and a little stormy. Apparently it rained this morning, but when I got out of bed, the sun was shining. So Melbourne weather, a quick rundown. But yes, keeping comfortable is a definite do. Another really good way to calm down, I feel, something that always helps me, and lately I've been doing it every night to help me fall asleep, and it's something that I do while studying just because my brain needs the background music, but calming music. So I find, for me, instrumental works best, and that usually is just piano, but violins, ooh, that works wonders too. So I've just been going on Spotify. I've been listening to like study music, I think, like piano study music. That's one of their playlists. I've also got one of my own playlists, which I'll leave the link down below. So if you want to check that playlist out, feel free to do so. This is the one that I use for writing, but it's the one that I've also been using to fall asleep. Another thing that I find is good to fill up the anxious thoughts in your head, to binge YouTube videos. So I actually really like watching BookTube. I mean, it's why I'm here. And I like watching art videos as well. So I follow quite a few art channels and journaling videos. words do not work. So some of my favorites on BookTube who have a massive backlog of books. So backlog of videos. So completely perfect for binging. So we've got Jen Campbell. I absolutely love her, and she just knows her shit. And I think that's one of the reasons why her videos are so enjoyable as well. I find her calming. So she'll talk about books. She'll talk about anxiety. She'll talk about freelancing as a writer, and she just does it so well. I can't articulate it because I haven't really thought about my words right now, so I'm speaking without thinking, basically. And she's just genuinely really lovely to watch. I'm going to leave a link down below of all of my favorite, some of my favorite booktubers to watch. So if any of these people sound of interest, please check them out. So next would be Jean from I talk about her all the time and I forget her channel name all the time. Bookish Thoughts, I think it is. Again, her link will be down below. She is friends with Jen Campbell. Pretty sure that's how I found her channel. And the first time I watched her video, I was shocked. I knew that she lived in London, but I was not expecting her Scottish accent. So just that alone is amazing to listen to. I love her accent. So she talks about books. She gives recommendations often. I think one of her favorite genres is fantasy, because she talks about that quite often. So if you're into fantasy, she gives a lot of good recommendations. I've actually read a few of the books she's recommended, and she's just lovely. She's another lovely human being. So please check her out rather. Ooh, I'm getting warm now with all of these blankets and this hot tea. Another booktuber to check out is Kat from Paperback Dreams. I absolutely love Kat. She is probably my all-time favorite booktuber. Just the way she talks about books is one part amusing, one part enrapturing, another part informal, I suppose. I wouldn't consider her reading habits any similar to my own. I don't think that we have similar reading tastes either. Like, she's really into horror, and that's fine. My tastes aren't like that. To be honest, I've never read horror, so I have no idea what it's like. But that makes absolutely no difference, because whatever book she's talking about, whether she enjoyed it or she hated it, she just talks about books in such a way that makes you listen. Or for me, that's how I feel when I watch her videos. So yes, Kat is amazing, another lovely person. Please go check her out. Next is the only Australian on my list, and it's Piera Ford. Yeah, and she was a booktuber, and now she's moved away from strict book content but I'm fairly sure more or less after she announced that she posted a lot of book content. But yeah, she is the creator that did a Nevernight miniseries. So those are really great to watch, and something that you can watch if you haven't already in these times. She also talks about fantasy quite often because I'm fairly sure that's her favorite genre. But again, the way she talks about books, she's actually quite invested in them. So listening to her is a joy. So yes, also check her out. The next one is a new fave, and that's Sage from Sage Reads. They're so quirky, and Sage has such a diverse reading scope. I don't know. I knew what I was gonna say when I started that sentence, and then it just poof. Yeah, Sage, reading, diverse reading tastes. They often read a lot of female romances, which you'd think I'd read more of those, considering a lot of what I write is female. But I just don't think I've ever really picked up a book and it has female in it. So definitely going to take some of Sage's recommendations or just their past reads and read them, because I need some more female romance in my life. And yes, so please check any one of them out, if not all of them. Again, great backlog of videos that you can get through if you just want to unplug and just binge something. If you have Netflix also has a great number of series that I have enjoyed that are very easy and probably made to binge. So quick rundown of some of the faves that come to my head that I've binged. We've got Lock and Key, we've got I'm Not Okay With This, we've got On My Block, The Good Place, definitely. And that's all my brain wants to come up with right now. So here comes to my list of recommendations for books that can be read during the apocalypse, because everyone is treating it as such, but it's not. Okay? Calm down and seriously stop panic buying all of the damn stuff from the supermarkets. Not that hard. So I've got 6 books. Yeah, okay, we'll stick to the number 6, but it's technically not, and you'll see why in a moment. Books or just books that I think are great for unwinding, losing yourself in, and just remembering less complicated times, I suppose. So the first one on my list is kind of a trashy YA romance book. It's set during the summertime in a beach house. So, you know, it's just something light and easy to read, and if you feel like imagining the sun on your skin while reading it instead of being locked inside the house, I think this might be the perfect read. It's Second Chance Summer, and you cannot see this in the damn lighting. Second Chance Summer by Morgan Matson. Yes, I got her name right. Yes, so the blurb is, Taylor Edwards' family aren't close, but when they receive some life-changing news, they decide to spend one last summer together at their old lake house. While they all try to get to know each other again, Taylor finds the past she ran away from waiting for her. Her former best friend is still living across the lake and still as mad with Taylor as she was 5 years ago, and her first boyfriend has moved in next door. And he's much cuter at 17 than he was at 12. While there are days spent lying on the beach and nights gazing at the stars, Taylor knows that when summer ends, there's no way to recapture what she stands to lose. But there's also a second chance, with friends, with family, maybe even with love, if only she was brave enough to take it. So again, trashy, in like a good way. It's kind of thick, which I forgot about, but I remember getting through this quickly, so I reckon this is something that's perfect for the times. Wow, okay, I struggled with that sentence. The next one, I read this digitally, so I need to get it up on my phone, and it is, oh my god, my Wi-Fi and data is the slowest. Okay, it is Only Mostly Devastated by Sofia Gonzalez. I can't even double check that because it's just not loading. So I'll confirm that in Sophie Gonzalez. There we go. So this was a real cute, fluffy coming of age romance. It's I can say female, but I have really struggled with, saying male. I don't know, it just sounds so weird. Comics call it boy love. I don't know, it's a cute little romance between two guys, okay? That's it. Wait, I'm gonna read out the blurb, give me a second. So it's kind of been dubbed the Grease retelling of the 21st century. Anyway, the blurb is, Will Travers is the dream summer fling. He's fun, affectionate, kind. But when Ollie thinks he's found his happily ever after, summer vacation ends and Will stops texting Ollie back. Now, Ollie is one prince short of his fairy tale ending, and to complicate the fairy tale further, a family emergency sees Ollie uprooted and enrolled at a new school across the country, which he minds a little less when he realizes it's the same school Will goes to, except Ollie finds that his sweet, comfortable, queer guy he knew from summer isn't the same one attending Collinswood High. This Will is the class clown, closeted, and to be honest, a bit of a jerk. Ollie has no intention of pining after a guy who clearly isn't ready for a relationship, especially since this new bro-y jock version of Will seems to go from hot to cold every other week. But then Will starts coincidentally popping up in every area of Ollie's life, from music class to the lunch table, and Ollie finds his resolve weakening. The last time he gave Will his heart, Will handed it back to him trampled and battered. Ollie would have to be an idiot to trust him with it again, right? Right. That's the blurb. It's cute, it's a fun, easy read. I actually read this really quickly, and I read it on my phone, and I don't know if the phone made any difference, but for some reason I read it a lot faster than I might have if it was a physical novel. I don't know. Or it just was the type of story that is quick and easy to read. But either way, I feel like it's totally worth checking out. Debut novel, I believe, for Sophie, and Australian author, and it recently came out, so definitely check that one out. The next is Heartstopper, something that I am going to recommend until the end of days. And I don't just recommend this first volume, I recommend all 3 and the starting of volume 4. So it is available online through Tapas and Webtoon. Also on her Webtoon, and also available on Alice's Tumblr, I believe. That's where I found this. I originally saw these panels on Tumblr ages ago, and I was like, what is this? This is cute. Downloaded Tapas like straight away because I needed more, and I do not regret it. It's probably one of the best things that I've done. So yes, I recommend the entirety of this. As much as it's good to buy physical or even ebooks of this, also using Tapas is actually ideal because Alice makes money from it. So it's kind of like YouTube, where if you're a monetized channel, all the views, comments and likes contribute to getting paid. Same thing happens on Tapas. So if you are eager to get through all of that's available of Heartstopper, which is the cutest boy meets boy, boys, where is it? Boy meets boy, boys become friends, boys fall in love. It's the cutest. It's so worth it. I recommended it to my little cousin and she devoured it in one sitting. A friend also devoured it in one sitting after she got told by multiple people to read it. So, and it's just do it. It's not an argument. This is not a suggestion. This is a command. Do it. Simply, you won't regret it. Yep. The next 3, camera cutout. Yeah, so I don't know if the next 3 are all considered fantasy. 2 definitely are. The other's got magic in it, and it's an urban setting, so urban fantasy or I don't think it's magic realism. It's like dead ass magic. So anyway, next one, Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. One of the best reads I've ever come across in my life. So earlier on in my reading career, I saw this cover and I was like, damn, she beautiful. What is she about? Read the blurb, had no idea what it was about. The blurb doesn't even really come close to explaining it. I'm sure most people have heard about this by now, I suppose, because the stylists seem to have blown up, articulation gone. But I think people still haven't read this, I think. Anyway, if you haven't read it, it might become your next favorite read. The blurb is: the circus arrives without warning. No announcements preceded. It is simply there when yesterday it was not. That's it. That's the blurb. I'm fairly sure there is nothing else that explains this book, and I don't think there is enough words to explain what this book is about, except when you read it. Like, then you understand. So it's more or less a magical competition between 2 magicians that have been raised more or less all of their lives in opposition of each other. It's got romance speckled in there. The magic is simply breathtaking. The storyline can be confusing, gonna throw it out there. It jumps backwards and forwards between multiple timelines, and I think I explained this in a video once. I think it was a recommendation video. Again, this is probably something that's gonna be on all of my lists along with Heartstopper. Early in the book, like second or third page, it has the word fuck, or a character saying fuck. I don't know why, but it's just something that I love for some reason. When characters swear, I am there. Cool, you know, everyday Shakespeare. Fuck, I don't know, at this point I'm just so comfortable that I genuinely could fall asleep and have a nap here. But I can't, because uni work proceeds after this. Is proceed the right word? No. Honestly, just ignore all of what I say in the background of me talking about these books. Just, you know, take my advice with a grain of salt, but also do read what I tell you to read. I think I'm just tired now. The next one, something else that's gonna be on my recommendation list until the end of days, because I just love it so much. Rebel of the Sands. That, oh my gosh, hell yeah. Rebel of the Sands by Elwyn Hamilton. It is so good. Again, desert stories, don't know what it is with them, love them so much. Love the idea of, I'm not gonna be able to say this right now. I can't even say it on a good day. Gin. I don't know why I struggle with that. Yes, I'll read the blurb. I can't string words for myself, but I can probably just read right now. Tell me how you want your story to go, he says, and we'll write it straight across the sand. Dustwalk is an unforgiving, dead-end town. It's not the place to be poor or orphaned or female, and yet Amani al-Hizar must call it home. Amani wants to escape and see the world she's heard about in campfire stories. Then a foreigner with no name turns up, and with him she has the chance to run. But the desert plains are full of dangerous magic. The Sultan's army is on the rise, and Amani is soon caught at the heart of a fearless rebellion. Now that I think about it, it's probably one of the only stories where I like the friends to lovers trope. It's beautiful, it's opulent, it's immersive, so if you need to escape, this is perfect right now. It's beautiful and shiny, but I think this is the UK and the Australian, New Zealand cover copies. I've seen the American ones where it's got Amani on it. They're just, oh, look at that. Oh, it's so beautiful. Yeah, so I definitely recommend this. This is one of my all-time favorite series. I'm calling it now. Now that, yeah. Next one is a recent fave. Oh my god, I forgot how heavy it is. This is now going to be on list for the end of days. A Winter's Promise by Christelle DeBoss. I haven't even finished it yet because only 2 have been translated into English as of such. I think the last one in French came out recently. But yes, this is beautiful, has a world you get immersed into that's different from our own. It has mythological references. My tea's gone now. Back to this. I love the characters actually so much. What is her name again? Ophelia. I don't know how I forgot that. Ophelia, I reckon she can be perceived as an ordinary character, someone that's kind of boring. In this one, in the first book, she does seem a little bit of a pushover, but in like, is it from first person? No, it's third person, but it's centered around her thoughts. So, third person limited. You can see her push back on certain ideas even when she doesn't physically speak up. She does start to speak up in the next book, which is great. I love her. It's actually kind of magical as well. There's not that much magic involved, I would say, but there's definitely magic there. Again, the world building is actually pretty thorough, so another perfect text for escaping. And I love Thorn too. He's an asshole. He's emotionally removed. He has the emotional range of a teaspoon, and he's mostly angry all the time and grumpy, but recently it's become very clear that that's my type. Very annoying, but yeah, so I just love Thorn. Words are actually gone. I'll read the blurb now. A mix of a misfit and misunderstood genius, Ophelia possesses two special gifts: the ability to read the past of objects and to travel through mirrors. Her peaceful existence on the Ark of Anima is interrupted when she is promised in marriage to Thorn, a member of a powerful clan from a distant ark, the Cold and Icy Pole. Ophelia must follow her fiancé to the floating city of Cita Celeste, where nobody can be trusted. In the company of her inscrutable future husband, Ophelia realizes she is a pawn in a plot that will have consequences not only for her, but her entire world. A Winter's Promise is the first installment in the Mirror Visitor Quartet by debut author Christelle DeBoss. Introduces a remarkable heroine, a fantastical story of intrigue and suspense. For readers who like Philip Pullman, Cornelia Funk, and J.K. Rowling. And I will never not love this cover ever. And if none of those books tickle your fancy, I wholeheartedly recommend rereading an all-time favorite. Nothing is more comforting than reading a book that you love with your entire being. So for me, that would be the Percy Jackson series. And I know of a readathon that's happening in April that's literally just reading Percy Jackson, I believe. The RickRiodanathon, I think it's called. I'll link that one down below as well. Fairly sure that's going on Twitter. Yeah. But that's all I have, really, for trying to survive these very, very trying times. I'm actually so comfortable now in this low lighting and all of these blankets. The pillows as well, like this pillow is actually so good. I want to take a nap. but I've uni work to do, so I'm probably just gonna lay down here and take it easy before I have to go to uni tomorrow to surround myself with people. On that note, I hope everyone is being safe, everyone is staying healthy. I know it's very easy to get lost in all of the panic right now. If we all just hide in blankets and pillows, you know, that's what we do. We're gonna hide away from the world, and when we resurface, we'll all be fine. Thank you, honestly, for putting up with all of this rambling. I don't know how I talked for so long. I don't know how I do it. It's a talent. But yes, thank you for watching. If you would like to see more list videos, I'm very good at making lists. Just let me know in the comments down below, and I'll be sure to come up with more content like this. I hope you have a lovely day or night,